Welcome back to Weight Loss Wednesday. I'm Tim with Clear Results Fitness, where I help men and women over the age of 50 in the second half of life improve the way they look, feel, and move. In this video, I'm going to respond to a question that I had from a comment that was left on a previous video talked about protein intake. And the question was, how much protein should I actually be eating every day? Okay, let's just dive right into what the numbers look like as we talk about two different scenarios in which protein intake is going to be important, and we'll address this step by step. So the first thing I want everyone to know is that the amount of protein that you think you need is far less than what you actually need. So in this example that we'll use, so you have a man who is 200 pounds, and this 200-pound man in this scenario has 20% body fat. Well, essentially, that's going to be 40 pounds of fat. So when you talk about protein intake, you're trying to actually feed muscle, not feed body fat. So in this example, we've got a 200-pound man who has roughly 40 pounds of fat on his body. So everything that we're trying to contribute protein to weighs 160 pounds. So what we would do is take 160 pounds and you would divide that by 2.2. Okay, so in this example, this man weighs 72.7 kilograms in terms of what we're trying to feed. And that 72.7 kilograms is actually going to be the amount of grams of protein if he's consuming 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. Now that's going to fluctuate a little bit depending upon his activity level. So for instance, if it was a super active individual who's exercising 3 to 5 times a week, he may bump up his protein intake to 1.2, maybe 1.3 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Now let's talk about women. In this example, we've got a young lady who weighs 120 pounds and she's 20% body fat, just as an example. And this means that she's going to have approximately 24 pounds of fat on her frame if we use the 20% body fat rule in this example. And what that means is we're actually trying to feed the amount of tissue that she has that is not fat. So what that number calculates to be is 96 pounds of weight that we're trying to feed. So for this young lady in this example, average protein intake for her should be 1.0 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So that would be 96 grams of protein that she would be taking in based upon her activity level. And of course, if she was just as active as our previous scenario where we had the guy who's maybe working out 3 to 5 times a week, her protein intake probably would be somewhere around 1.2, 1.3 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Now you must be thinking, what does that look like? What does 96 grams of protein, as an example, look like in a day? Well, I'll show you. That's how you calculate how much protein that you should be taking in based upon your weight if we use those rough estimations. If you need help trying to determine what your body fat is, make sure that you message me below this video and I'll make sure to reach out to you via email. That way we can connect and I can put together a strategy to help you solve the body weight and body fat information that you're looking for, and we can get a little closer to helping you out. So make sure that you like and subscribe if you haven't done so. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next video on Friday.